Good morning, everyone, and thank you for choosing Market Briefing, financial news, and cryptocurrencies. Every day, our goal is to provide you with a thorough and knowledgeable analysis of the most relevant financial news to help you navigate the complex economic landscape. Let's begin our daily review. Market Analysis, September 28, 2023. U.S. oil briefly topped $95 a barrel for the first time in over a year, with Brent crude approaching $97. The jump came after data showed a sharp decline in U.S. crude stockpiles, underscoring tight global supplies. The prospect of continued inflationary pressure from pricier oil kept the 10-year Treasury yield pinned near 4.6%, its highest level since 2007. With oil rallying and rates rising, stocks slipped across regions. In Europe, the Stoxx 600 index fell 0.4%, while U.S. futures posted modest declines. September is shaping up to be the worst month for global equities in a year. The combination of spiking oil and rising borrowing costs creates a toxic cocktail for risk assets, said one strategist. Hawkish rhetoric from central banks has crushed hopes for any pivot to easier monetary policy in the near future. This month is on pace to be the worst for global bonds since February. Still, one Fed official noted potential U.S. economic headwinds that could allow less aggressive rate hikes. Minneapolis Fed President Neel Kashkari stated the risks of a government shutdown, auto worker strikes, and other drags may slow growth enough for the Fed to temper its tightening pace. Key data due this week includes Q2 GDP, jobless claims, and the Fed's preferred PCE inflation gauge. Meanwhile, global markets face volatility risks from a large options position held by a J.P. Morgan Chase fund set to expire Friday near current S&P 500 levels. This creates the potential for dislocations as the puts are unwound. In Asia, Chinese equities slipped ahead of an extended weekend break. Mainland markets will close Friday and reopen October 9th. Chinese developer stocks plunged to lows not seen since 2011, with trading halted in Evergrande shares. Bond non-payment risks also emerged for major developer Country Garden. Before proceeding with our analysis, we would like to remind you that your support is very important to us. If you enjoy this video and find our content helpful and engaging, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel. This helps us grow and provide you with even more quality content. Now, let's get back to the news on the financial markets and the latest updates. First up, Binance CEO Changpeng Zhao denied allegations that he is the secret owner behind COMEX, the mysterious company that recently acquired Binance's business operations in Russia. COMEX has a similar look and feel to Binance and appears to be just a few days old. Its sudden emergence raised speculation about potential Binance ownership. However, Zhao firmly rejected claims that he is COMEX's ultimate beneficial owner or shareholder. He did note some former Binance employees have gone to work for COMEX. In other news, blockchain data for MakerDAO's MKR token shows warning signs for bulls despite MKR's 45% price surge over the past 4 weeks. The amount of MKR held by centralized exchanges has spiked 5% to over 71,000 tokens, the highest level since early September. Rising exchange balances often precede increased selling pressure and volatility. MakerDAO is a major decentralized lending protocol and issuer of the $5 billion stablecoin DAI. Shifting focus to Europe, the European Commission put out an €800,000 contract seeking to analyze and mitigate the significant environmental impact of cryptocurrencies. The study aims to develop sustainability standards that could inform future EU policies and regulations around crypto's carbon footprint. The Commission cited evidence that crypto assets can undermine climate goals by causing substantial ecological harm. Analyzing the markets, Bitcoin traded just under $26,500, roughly flat on the day. Ethereum changed hands around $1,630, up slightly. The CoinDesk Market Index ticked up 0.3%. In market commentary, crypto financial services firm Matrixport noted that publicly traded Bitcoin mining stocks offer compelling upside potential, especially if Bitcoin reaches a new all-time high around $70,000 in 2024. With mining equities currently trading at a 33% discount to Bitcoin's price, a diversified portfolio could realize 52% returns, significantly higher than just holding Bitcoin. Looking at the charts, Oracle Network Tellor's TRB token has surged 33% in 4 weeks to over $50, predominantly led by derivatives traders. The futures market open interest and cumulative volume delta have risen markedly, while the spot market CVD turned negative, signaling futures momentum is powering the rally. Key events this week: Eurozone economic confidence, consumer confidence, Thursday. U.S. initial jobless claims, GDP, Thursday. Fed Chair Jerome Powell town hall meeting with educators, while Richmond Fed President Tom Barkin, Chicago Fed President Austin Goolsbee make speeches, Thursday. Eurozone CPI, Friday. Japan unemployment, industrial production, retail sales, Tokyo CPI, Friday. U.S. consumer spending, wholesale inventories, University of Michigan consumer sentiment, Friday. ECB President Christine Lagarde speaks, Friday. New York Fed President John Williams speaks, Friday. Some of the main moves in markets. Stocks. The Stocks Europe 600 fell 0.4% as of 9:29 a.m. London time. S&P 500 futures fell 0.1%. Nasdaq 100 futures fell 0.2%. Futures on the Dow Jones Industrial Average fell 0.2%. The MSCI Asia Pacific Index fell 0.9%. The MSCI Emerging Markets Index fell 0.5%. Currencies. The Bloomberg Dollar Spot Index was little changed. The euro rose 0.1% to $1.0517. The Japanese yen rose 0.1% to 149.41 per dollar. The offshore yuan rose 0.1% to 7.3138 per dollar. The British pound rose 0.2% to $1.2165. Cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin rose 0.6% to $26,407.68. Ether rose 1.4% to $1,615.74. Bonds. The yield on 10-year Treasuries advanced 1 basis point to 4.62%. Germany's 10-year yield advanced 4 basis points to 2.89%. Britain's 10-year yield advanced 8 basis points to 4.44%. Commodities. Brent crude rose 0.3% to $96.84 a barrel. Spot gold was little changed. In conclusion, we'd like to thank you for watching Market Briefing, financial news and cryptocurrencies. If you enjoyed our insights and found the information helpful, please consider leaving a like and subscribing to our channel to stay updated with future analyses. Thank you again for your support, and we'll see you soon with more interesting news. Remember, the information in this video is purely informational and does not constitute investment advice. Always consult with a professional before making financial decisions.